Hello my dear students, in this lecture we are going to see one previous year GATE numerical on Rankine cycle. This question was asked on Rankine cycle. Here the question is common data question, that is here we can say this is the question number 1 and question number 2. The question number 1 and 2 are given here and the question was asked in GATE 2004 for 4 marks. That is question number 1 is for 2 marks, question number 2 is for 2 marks. Now let us understand the question here one by one. Consider a steam power plant using a reheat cycle as shown. Here my dear students, steam power plant is given. Steam power plant is nothing but Rankine cycle and it is a reheat Rankine cycle. They have mentioned reheat Rankine cycle as shown. Here the diagram is shown, right? And from the diagram let us draw the Rankine cycle. So let us zoom this diagram first so that we can draw the Rankine cycle here. Now my dear students, let us draw the Rankine cycle on temperature versus entropy diagram. If I draw temperature versus entropy diagram, TS diagram, on TS diagram there will be a liquid vapor dome, right? There will be a liquid vapor dome like this, right? Now 1 to 2 is pump, right? And pumping always start on saturated liquid state, therefore 1 to 2 is isentropic pumping. Now 1 to 2, this is the 1 to 2, this is the pumping, right? Now 2 to 3 there is a boiler. Here 2 to 3 there is a boiler, and boiler is constant pressure supply, heat supply, therefore 2 to 3 boiler is constant pressure heat supply like this. Let's say this is a 3 point and 2 to 3 is a constant pressure heat supply process. Again 3 to 4 there is a turbine which is a high pressure turbine. Now 3 to 4 is high pressure turbine expansion, therefore 3 to 4, the 4 point will be somewhere here. There will be a reversible adiabatic expansion in high pressure turbine. Again 4 to 5 it is a reheater. You can see 4 to 5 there is a reheater, and reheater is a constant pressure heat supply process, right? Therefore 4 to 5 the cycle will go like this. The cycle will be like this, 4 to 5 constant pressure heat supply. Again 5 to 6 again it is a turbine. You can see here 5 to 6 again passing through the turbine, therefore 5 to 6 is a low pressure turbine expansion. Therefore 5 to 6, let us say 6 somewhere here, 5 to 6 is a low pressure turbine expansion, right? Now my dear students, again 6 to 1 is condenser, that is constant pressure heat rejection back to the 1. Therefore at constant pressure heat is rejected in the condenser back to the 1. Let us say state 1 is somewhere here, right? Like this. Let us make a correction over here. Let us make a correction. Now we can say 6 to 1 somewhere here, the line is passing through the 1, right? Saturated liquid state is passing through the 1, right? 6 to 1 is constant pressure heat rejection in condenser. This is our reheat cycle. And also my dear students, here all the enthalpy values are given. You can find here H1 is given, H2 is not given, H3 is given, H4 is also given, H5 is also given, and H6 is also given. All the enthalpies are given in here values. Let us write them. H1 is given 29.3 kilojoule per kg. H2 is not given, H3 is given 3095 kilojoule per kg. All are having unit kilojoule per kg. H4 is 2609, H5 is 3170, H6 is 2165, and all will be having unit of kilojoule per kg, right? Now let us understand the questions. Here let us understand the question, my dear students, right? See here, the steam leaves the boiler and enters the turbine at 4 megapascal, 350 degrees Celsius, S3. All are value given here, all values are given. S3 after expansion in the turbine to 400 kilopascal, H4 is given. The steam is reheated to 350 degrees Celsius, H5 is given, again reheating is there, and then expands in a low pressure turbine to the 10 kilopascal, means P6 is given here, and H6 is corresponding value is given. The specific volume of liquid handled by the pump can be assumed to be, and here the question ends. Now let us observe the another figure. In another figure the diagram is given. Question number 1 is the thermal efficiency of plant neglecting pump work. Very first question we can say, what is the efficiency of cycle? Efficiency of cycle if work of pump is neglected, work of pump is equal to 0, right? And second, the enthalpy at the pump discharge H2. What is the enthalpy at pump discharge? Second question, H2 is equal to question mark. Let us solve this question. Now let us solve the very first question. Here we will solve very first question, that is finding the efficiency of cycle neglecting pump work. The options are given. Now my dear students, efficiency of any cycle, very first question, efficiency of any cycle is nothing but always net work output divided by heat supply. Right, this will be the efficiency of cycle. And net work output is nothing but work of turbine minus work of pump divided by heat supply. Divided by heat supply. This will be the efficiency formula. So my dear students, efficiency of cycle is equal to work of turbine minus work of pump divided by heat supply. But here they are asking you to ignore this pump work. Therefore, for this question only, particular question, work of turbine divided by heat supply will be the efficiency of cycle. So find efficiency. Efficiency is equal to work of turbine divided by heat supply. Now turbine, there are two turbines. That is 3 to 4 is turbine and 5 to 6 is also turbine. Therefore, the turbine work will be for high pressure turbine, that is 3 to 4. The turbine work is S3 minus H4 plus for low pressure turbine, that is 5 to 6, the work will be H5 minus H6 divided by. Again, there are two heat supplies, that is heat supply in boiler from 2 to 3, right, which is nothing but S3 minus S2. This is the heat supply in boiler plus again 4 to 5 is heat supply in, we can say, reheater. Therefore, we can say H5 minus H4, H5 minus H4. This will be the heat supply. Therefore, let us put the values. All the values are given. And here we are ignoring pump work, that is H2 minus H1. This pump work we are ignoring here, right? Now, because they have mentioned in the question, let us put the values. S3 is given, all the values let us put. S3 is 3095 minus H4 is given 2609 plus H5 is 3170 minus H6 is 2165 whole divided by, let us put the other values. S3 is 3095 minus H2 is unknown. But my dear students, as they are saying you to ignore this pump work, let us observe, let us understand this, what is the meaning of pump work first, because here without H2 we cannot solve this question, right? Therefore, let us observe first this. We have to find H2 first. Work of pump is nothing but H2 minus H1, because from 1 to 2 there is a pump. Therefore, H2 minus H1 is pump work, and they are saying that this is equal to approximately equal to 0. That means H2 is equal to H1. This is the approximate condition. Means H2 we have to assume as H1, which is nothing but 29.3. So let us put here, instead of H2 we have to put H1 here, which is nothing but 29.3 plus H5. H5 is 3170 minus then H4 is 2609. So from this, if I put all the values, then efficiency of the cycle I will get answer is equal to, it will be 1491 divided by 3626.7, which will be equal to 0.4111. But my dear students, if you look at the options, all the options are in percentage. You can see the options, all are in percentage. Therefore, to find percentage value, we have to multiply this. For percentage value, we have to multiply this with 100. Therefore, the answer will be 41.11%, right? Therefore, option B will be the correct choice for first question. Now let us solve the second question. Now the second question is, the enthalpy at the pump discharge H2 is. Now my dear students, they are asking what is H2, question mark, right? Now we know that work of pump is nothing but H2 minus H1, but they are saying to ignore this pump work. They are in question asking you to take this equal to 0. That means we can say H2 is equal to H1, which is nothing but 29.3 kilojoule per kg. But my dear students, as this option is not available here, this is a common sense question, or this is a logical question. Here there is no need for the calculation. Now let us say pump of work is equal to H2 minus H1. Let us say it is approximately equal to 3 or 2 or 1, something else, whatever may be the value. But the pump work is very negligible quantity, very small quantity. That's why it is near to the 0, 3, 4, 5, likewise these values are. Now whatever may be the value from these, but definitely we can say this H2 has to be greater than H1, because this is more than or equal to 0. Therefore H2 has to be more than H1, right? But the difference is very small. That's why we are neglecting. In first question, neglect the pump work. They have mentioned that, right? Therefore, H2 has to be greater than H1, and H1 is 29.3. Therefore, H2 must be greater than 29.3, right? So look at the options. Option A, wrong. Option A is less than 29.3. option B is also less than, option D is also less than, only option D is more than 29.3. Therefore, for this question, for second question, option D is correct choice. Thank you dear students. In next lecture, we will see one more numerical on Rankine cycle.